Hey guys, it's time for another Create This Book episode. This series is somewhat nearing the end. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to be trying to do a lot of Create This Book in the near future because as soon as I finish this series, I'm going to be releasing Create This Book 2, and I'm really excited for it, and I know you guys have been waiting for it, so yeah. Let's just get into this now. So the first page I'm going to do is page 188, and it says, create cuts through layers. Acquire a newspaper or magazine. Cut a shape through several layers at once. Glue the shapes here. So I acquired some random magazines from a thrift store. I used a box cutter to cut triangles straight into the magazine, so every time I cut a triangle, it was like cutting 4 triangles because I was going like several layers deep. And I just went to town, man. I was doing this for a while. I got a little bit carried away, I think. I cut way more triangles than I ended up needing. And then for the background, I drew this kind of soft, pastel-y cloud scene. I was kind of annoyed because, to be honest, up close, these clouds look kind of terrible, but when you back up a little bit, they don't look half bad. Also, I accidentally gave this cloud a butt crack. And then I used the triangles to make like little banners across the sky, and I did use Mod Podge over top of everything to just kind of seal it and make sure that those edges didn't get all nasty. I quite like this page. I think it turned out pretty nice. Next is create directions. Add your own directions for this page. Write instructions in the box below. So this is basically like a free-for-all, like do whatever you feel like doing on this page. So my instructions are fill this page with cute animals. It's very specific, but that's what I felt like doing. And if you watch my videos, these might look familiar because they're kind of the same designs that I used for my shrink plastic, but I've added quite a few new little characters. This is just something that I made up, but I really like them a lot. I think that they're so cute. I don't know, they might make a reappearance because I'm like a little bit obsessed. I was very torn about whether or not to put a color in the background or not, but I just ended up leaving it white. So now we have create a test. Test the difference between your right and left hand. Draw/write something in box number 1 with your dominant hand, and then you use your non-dominant hand to try to duplicate whatever you drew in box number 2. So I am actually left-handed, so box number 1 is my left hand, and then box number 2 is my right hand. And I actually showed the sketching process for this one because I didn't want anyone accusing me of cheating, but I don't think that anybody would based off of how the drawing turned out. It looks pretty jacked up. So I did Mickey and Minnie Mouse because they're basically the same, like they have the same exact face, so that way it looks more interesting than having the exact same image on both sides. But my right hand kept on getting super tired, like I guess because I'm not used to drawing with that hand. It was so wimpy, like I was in pain just from this little drawing. It could not handle it. Handle it. Yeah, anyway, obviously Minnie is not looking her best, but still, you know, it's not as bad as it could have been. Next is create your favorite page. Make this page your favorite. So for this page, I drew a bunch of stuff that I just love drawing. Obviously a lot of rainbow. I spent quite a bit of time on this page because, you know, it's supposed to be my favorite page, so I want to make it look good. And this definitely is, if not my favorite page, one of my favorite pages, like top 5 for sure. But I enjoyed every second of making this page. It was just like super fun to draw all this stuff that I love drawing. The one thing that bothers me about this page is I forgot to put highlights on the sprinkles, so they look a little bit dark and dull, but I have already Mod Podged it and taped it, so I can't really add that at this point. But you know what? That's okay. It's not a big deal. I still really like this page a lot. Next is create stencils. Cut shapes out of this page. Use the cutouts as stencils on the next page. I started by drawing a bunch of stars with Sharpie because I didn't care if it bled through because I was going to make the front and back of the page black, and I cut all of these little stars out, which took forever, and then I used it as a stencil on the next page, which I did use a separate piece of paper for because I wanted to watercolor it as I'm doing right now, and I didn't want it to bleed into the next page. I also watercolored the left-facing page, and then I wrote "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" on it with metallic marker so that it was kind of twinkly, I don't know, and yeah, it looks a little bit strange on camera. The "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" part, like the metallic, doesn't really come out as much, so it looks a little bit like muted, but it definitely pops more and looks more shiny in person. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys some pages that have been sent to me from other people's Create This books. I got these pages from a girl through Instagram. I love this sweet lemon drawing so much, you have no idea. And the same girl did this like psychedelic pineapple, which I'm also a big fan of. And then I've got this page from a girl named Sienna. I really love this unicorn she did for the like fantasy pet page, and her border page is also really pretty. And finally, some pages from Tori. Of course, I had to include this Lilo and Stitch page because I love Lilo and Stitch so much, and she did such a great job drawing them. She also did a collection of little Marvel characters, which I think are really cute. If you have a Create This Book page that you would like to send me, you can email me pictures. Some people send them through Instagram, but I would much prefer email because it's easier to sort through them that way and keep them in the same place in one folder. So yeah, that is it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Create This Book episode, and I will see you next time. Bye!